McHenry. Come on, man. Really? Okay. Hold on a minute. Let's try this again. McHenry. A purgatory of sorts. On the way to anywhere else you'd rather be. Apathy's capital city. Where motivation is rare and boredom permeates the air. A place that everyone attempts to escape, but somehow always returns to. You might call it the metropolis of the monotonous. Where the only crimes committed are involuntary time slaughter, wasted potential, and let's not forget underage drinking. With a population that consists primarily of could-have-beens, haven't-yets, never-will-be's, and this guy, you wouldn't expect to find any persons of interest. But you'd be wrong. I can assure you there's much more to McHenry than meets the eye. You might ask yourself, what could possibly give this town reason to turn heads? Except it's not a what, it's a who. Who am I? Doesn't matter. Who does are a group of unusual individuals that can't help but call McHenry home. 7 friends, all coping with less than stellar lives after high school. These aimless wonders can't help but do their best to transcend the mediocrity that blankets their world. They might just be McHenry's only hope at making it on the map. We find them now in the midst of a scavenger hunt that hasn't quite gone as planned.
Why did handcuffs on? Where are we? You know, it'd be nice if somebody didn't leave the lens cap on.
Marker, yes. Put that marker in there. Oh.
Let's start with Joe, the reluctant leader in the group whose ambitions far exceed his time management capabilities.
You give me this. I want to. This is nothing about kidnapping a goat. Why is my face like this? Why did I get trampled on? You fell down. I don't care.
Here's Andy, the oldest of the bunch, who's still stuck at the starting gate. A repeated victim of circumstance and questionable decision-making.
These things are always so difficult.
Apply pressure.
This is Butter, a dyslexic dad and husband who moved way too fast with his high school sweetheart.
Why did we even bring Butter? He is so gross. I don't know what he got all over my hand.
Meet Blake, a flatulent fellow who's very comfortable in the face of awkwardness. He walks a fine line between unpredictable and unreliable.
Why don't you just leave me alone and work on your own shit?
Well, I'm trying to fix all of Butter's mistakes.
Okay, well, I'm almost
I don't
done
make
with
mistakes.
It, so
Go
stop.
ahead.
Here, douche, here's your picture.
Give a warm welcome to Julie. But don't expect one from her. This feisty young lady is as much a beauty as she is a beast.
We have a challenge that we can still do, and we're gonna be at the finish line in like seconds.
Yeah?
You could sing happy birthday to somebody not on the team. Is anybody even paying attention? Can we do this? Are we ready?
Go.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, that is a goal.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear.
And then there's Dean, an introverted workhorse who suffers from narcolepsy, but never refuses a friend in need.
Shit, Joe.
Ding, no. No!
Individually, chaos. But collectively, they are men children. The men children of McHenry.
Hi, I'm Joe Panic, lead producer and co-creator of the comedy web series Men Children of McHenry. With Men Children, we give you a parody of our hometown. We drop in fictionalized versions of ourselves, and we chronicle their epic misadventures in trying to figure out what they're doing with the rest of their lives. Surprisingly enough, most of these stories are actually based on real-life experiences of our cast and crew. A few years ago, we decided we didn't want to just share these stories with our friends and family. We wanted to share them with the world. Thus, Men Children was born. We started with the basics, and at one point, the show in its entirety used to exist in this god-awful excuse of a notebook. Not anymore. We formed a crack team of comedic geniuses. We started holding weekly meetings where we can iron out all the details of this project, and we compiled pages upon pages of material for the show. we were eventually able to write the script for our pilot episode, and we are so ready to film this thing. There's just one more obstacle that stands in our way: money. Every project has a budget, and filmmaking is rarely an inexpensive endeavor. But we crunched our numbers, and we decided that the only way that we're going to be able to provide you with this high-quality comedic vision of ours is if we absolutely meet or exceed our funding goal of $5,000. Now, $5,000, what does that all amount to? Well, there's still plenty of gear and equipment that we need to make sure that the show looks good. There's props and costumes to think about. We need to cover various production fees, travel expenses, and promotional material. Oh, and let's not forget, feeding the cast and crew. Hot dog.
I guess it's $10 if you're not
When you invest your time and money to back our campaign, you not only get to see this pilot episode come to life, but you also have your pick at one of our various reward categories. Would you like a personalized greeting from our narrator?
Thank you, Kickstarter contributor.
A t-shirt, sticker, signature prop that was used in the pilot? Maybe your name in the credits? Some exclusive blooper and outtake footage? Some autographed promotional material? Would you just like to be in the pilot episode already? We offer all these things and more. Take your pick and make a pledge today. Now remember, this is Kickstarter. If we don't meet this funding goal together, neither of us gets anything, and Men Children never sees the light of day. But with our combined forces, we can sail right past that $5,000, in which case we have a few good ideas for stretch goals. Please stay tuned to our Kickstarter page, as we're going to be rolling out all sorts of additional content and updates in the weeks to come. There's a lot more that happened in that minivan. We're even going to be giving you some opportunities to win some free Men Children stuff, and we even have a 7th character we haven't told you about yet. Make sure to check us out on Facebook, and please don't forget to share this project with everyone: friends, family, neighbors, co-workers, dogs, cats, captives, anyone you can think of. We want to drive this project as far as we can to bigger and better screens.
Dad, it's so big.
We thank you so much for your time in hearing out our campaign and seeing what Men Children is all about. This is truly something that we believe in and want to bring to the world. We're most excited to welcome you into our team and go on this crazy adventure together to finally put McHenry on the map.